I want to give all the praise, honor, and glories to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Haruchah Kodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops and elders, a great millstone who still teach and rule well. And to the hopeful elect scattered amongst the four corners of the earth, may the Most High coach you with His mercy, and keep you safe in these trying times. Myself included, because I don't know, like the brother from GMS Hawaii says, Lord willing, we be some of those men and women and children found amongst the number of the elect. Okay, this is going to be a quick video in reference to Job 9 and 24. I'm going to land back off of brother. The name of his channel is called The Hopeful Elect 3. And it's talking and it's concerning about Esau Edom being the oppressor of the world. All right. And them being a hypocritical nation. But first, let's go to Job 9 and 24. Kind of set the tone here. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who else is going around the world, proclaiming themselves to be the highest organism known to man? You know what I mean? And then let's also go to Revelation chapter 6 and 4. Oh, mind you, this is like a Bible app right here. You see these 3 books down at the bottom here? The Spirit I just got put on game via Elder Malcolm of the GMS Chicago camp. The book of Enoch, the book of Jasser, and the book of Jubilee. That doesn't line up with the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Apocrypha, which are the 14 books of the Apocrypha. So I made a video about that about a few days ago, because of previous videos that I did last year back in 2025, late 2025 videos, right around like the fall when I started using the book of Enoch. But I wanted to make that clear. It was a slip of the tongue and not of the heart. I didn't know. So, Esau likes to try to add and take away from the scriptures and try to cause Jacob to err, But back to this red bastard. This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Remember that horse that was red was Esau Edom, because back in the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter, it describes the 2 children of Isaac and Rebekah, and the first one came out red all over like a hairy garment. That was Esau, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, beginning with the top Bacon families. Reading on, it says, Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And with that sword, he has been able to take peace out of the earth. And now, as of February 28th, 2026, Nero 47, old baboon's ass, just signed the death note of all the people here in Babylon, with, starting that war over there overseas, which was idiotic, just to try to cover up the fact that he's all in those Epstein files. Epstein miles, if you will. So to the video, this is just a quick hit. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Underneath the Copyright Act disclaimer, under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So let's do it. This is Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And remember what I said earlier in reference to Job 9 and 24, or what I read, I should say, Salakia, about the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And since it's been in this man's hand, what has he done? According right here to Micah 2 and 1, he's been devising iniquity and working evil upon their beds. And then when the following day comes, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. Why is it in the power of their hand? Because the earth gave because the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. And in verse 2 is about to pop up. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay. And that's what they've done here to the so-called Seminole and Native American Indians. That's also what they've done to the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi via the transatlantic slave trade. And then when they landed here in Virginia, they did a triangle transit where they would come from Western Asia, drop off the Southern Kingdom, and then take tribes from the Northern Kingdom and then take them back over there to Western Asia and Spain and Portugal and all that shit. You know, so they've taken our heritage via, you know, the Bell to the Fore Declaration back in 1948. You see what I mean? So back to the video. And this is just a sister on here. I don't know if she doesn't know that she's a daughter of Zion, you know, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. She doesn't know it, but I mean, she's obviously seeing the problem here. You know, everyone's starting to see it. All right, like who the issue is out here, and what she's gonna say in these next 2 minutes is nothing short of gold. Fair use.
So we're gonna act like there's not a particular culture of people who are responsible for all the genocides, all the colonization, all of the destruction of natural resources on Earth, the colonization of people, land, resources, and the destruction of cultures, lands, and resources. And we're going to act like only one group of people didn't do that. Only one group of people hated others, killed them, raped them, stole their culture, either took their culture and made it their own, or completely erased their culture, and then turned around and acted like every single other culture besides them was violent and scary and dangerous and savage, but eating people, raping people, murdering people.
And she did say, and that was right. You heard it right. She said eating people. They have an audiobook available on YouTube called The Delectable Negro. And the subtitle is something to the degree of cannibalism and homoeroticism. And they also have a movie that you can watch on YouTube where it doesn't even ask if you're 18 years or older, called Goodbye Uncle Tom, where it depicts stories and situations once the Southern Kingdom got here to Virginia back in the 1500s. Okay.
Culture besides them was violent and scary and dangerous and savage, but eating people, raping people, murdering people, giving them diseases on purpose, going out of your way to destroy entire cultures and people and steal their land, steal their everything. That's not violent. When are we going to stop pretending like one culture in particular isn't the most violent, destructive, dangerous, scary, manipulative, colonizing culture of them all? And the most scary. Like, y'all are terrifying. Like, actually, everybody is scared of y'all because you're sick. And when are we going to talk about how those people, again, these are the only people on Earth who are allergic to the sun, destroy everything they touch, that don't build or create anything but destruction and chaos and cancer and danger. And they're allergic to the sun. Let's not ever forget that. Like, they don't even necessarily naturally inhabit this planet, but somehow they are the leaders. Somehow they are the ones who have all the control. But what do I know? Every other culture just had its own land, had its own culture, had its own way of living in unity with the ecosystem around them. They knew how to work the land. They knew how to deal with the animals. They knew how to handle the environment, the heat, the cold, the whatever. Their bodies were adapted for that. But guess who isn't, and who never was adapted for any particular place? allegedly, except the caucus mountains, where they were eating themselves, not bathing, and, lack of culture. But, hey.
And also remember too, and I'm speaking first and foremost for myself, we have to, Esau is a cunning hunter. So, even though he's being exposed at a linear rate right now, you don't see it. I mean, you see him start to lose his shit via like ICE agents and what they do in like sundown towns, right? But at the same time, he's still heavily relying on the spiritual demon Satan to like do the heavy lifting for him to try to like get his new to the world, to the is order done with him trying to hit everyone with the micro C hip. This is going to be Ephesians chapter 6. This is the last scripture, Ephesians chapter 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Oh, hold on. Let me read a couple verses up. I'm going to start at Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, because he's going to come carnally with his physical, psyop tactics, or he's going to come under the guise of the spiritual demon Satan trying to do his thing. Verse 11. Okay, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. So now I'm going to segue from that over here to the Lord's Prayer, which is a full spectrum prayer. As you can see here on the top lines, that's the way it was written. That's the ancient Paleo alphabet. The second column is the word, how you say it in Hebrew. And the third is what it means in English. And remember, we always, in ancient Hebrew, our custom is we read from right to left. Okay? We read from right to left. All right? So this is the Lord's Prayer. It also can be found in Matthew's, the 6th chapter, verses 9 through 13. So hopefully this was enlightening and edifying to y'all as it is to me. I'm always learning every second of every day. I hope that those of you who've been given the gift of faith like me in your own personal way, I hope that you are of the elect, and I hope I am too. And Lord willing, this was edifying and enlightening on the nature of reality. And to the next time, Lord willing, if there's a next time, I say Shalawam.